Welcome back to Punk and Shram. We have a very special guest joining us right now, Punk. We love having people outside of the realm of sports join us because we usually get the best interviews out of them. And this guy right here is a legend at what he does. Aries Spears, that's how you know him. But he's like a chameleon because his impersonations are at the top of the game. So, Aries, we appreciate you taking the time to join us. You will be in the Chicago area, Schaumburg, performing at the Chicago Improv all throughout the weekend. So, we're happy to have you here in the Windy City, sharing your talents with those who will see you perform. First and foremost, when did you discover that you had this ability, that you could make your voice be anyone from Shaq to God knows how many you've had in your career?
Well, Professor X approached me. I found out about my mutant gene. You know what? When I was a young kid, man, I was a latchkey kid. So, coming up, planting myself in front of the TV, watching 80s cartoons and, eventually the Cosby Show and all of that. I just kind of soaked all that in and would be in front of the mirror. Letting it loose, man. Yeah.
And that's where it was all born.
Yes, sir.
And then you started at age 14, getting into stand-up comedy.
Yep.
Was that scary at that young age?
Not really. Because, well, it was, but not really because I failed at everything else academic. And I wasn't good at school. I kept getting kicked out and suspended. So my mother said, she was like my Joe Jackson minus the beatings. She said, put that talent to use and pay rent or get out.
This is interesting because stand-up comedy is possibly known as one of the most terrifying things you can do.
Well, public speaking, period.
Yeah.
So, but then on top of that, to have to make somebody laugh, it's one thing to have to just talk, which is scary, but now you got to evoke emotion out of somebody.
You're 14, and I'd imagine you say it's not as scary as you would think, but I think maybe you didn't, because I'm trying to think of me at 14 as opposed to me at, I don't know what, 25 or whatever. At 25, I'm saddled with all this BS, these expectations. At 14, maybe you're just kind of just like, well, whatever.
Well, no, I always had a knack and a love for wanting to be the center of attention.
You just gravitated towards it.
So once I could get past my initial, okay, this is my fear factor. It's like I always tell people when I do stand-up, they say, you still get nervous? I'm 30 years in, and I say, I'm always nervous, but it's like, since we're talking sports, once I drop my first jump shot, then I get my rhythm, I get my MJ backwards tongue wag going, and then I'm going for 40, man.
Of all of the impressions that you want to have, is an MJ the white whale? Is that the one you would like to master one day?
I don't know if his voice, you do Shaq. I'll tell Charles every time. First of all, you don't know nothing about going back to back when I won my titles with Kobe. So it's the visual, it's the voice.
The eyes are
yeah. MJ seems a lot more subtle and not that I feel like I'm even in the MJ zone, but I just pick up on little nuances. I'm not part of the game anymore. When I'm retired, play a lot of golf, hang out with my kids, and be a father like my father was to me. City of Chicago. So sometimes it's a rhythm, but I don't know if it's enough to make people go, oh my God, yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah.
All right, well, I have to admit this. He's a Chicago guy, of course. Thinks MJ's the greatest.
Which he
have
is.
Made very clear. I'm millennial who thinks LeBron James.
I don't see there being an argument. I don't see there being an argument.
I know you're a millennial because you're showing too much ankle. Men don't ever show that much ankle. We come from the 80s, baby.
Long socks.
Yeah, come on, man. It's too much ankle, baby.
What are you talking about? When you got that beautiful brown skin, you gotta show it off.
I'm mocha too.
You're disqualified. You're disqualified.
All right, well,
you're still a man just as long as you don't show no thigh meat.
Wait till the summertime, bro.
He was apparently wearing capri pants the other day.
Well, they tight now, so between tight and skinny, it might be coming.
All right, since I'm a LeBron stan, I think he's every bit the ball player that Jordan was, despite the differences in the resume. Be Shaq and let me have it, if that's all right. If you don't mind me asking, because at first, I'm sure you get it all the time. Hey, be Shaq.
Oh, no.
Be Shaq and let me have it, saying MJ is better than LeBron.
I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to do Shaq and Barkley.
Oh, I was about to say, do you do Barkley?
Yeah. Okay, Shaq. But I'll tell you what, set me up with the alley-oop. Ask the question.
All right, Shaq.
Where's my camera?
Your camera's right there, Edgar, and you see the red light. All right, Shaq, we got this guy Shram in Chicago, of all places, who says LeBron is every bit the ball player that Michael Jordan is. Anything you'd like to say to that Shram fella?
First of all, everybody knows LeBron's a great player. When he plays with his team, he's going to be LeBron. He's going to get his points. He's going to do what he got to do. But I say it's all about the others. When I play with Kobe, I'm going to dominate the paint. Kobe going to do everything else. But as long as Ori, Shaw, Grant, and those guys did what they had to do, they'll be fine. Chuck?
Chuck, well, Shaq's weighing in right there. Chuck, do you have any thoughts on this? Because we know that you are boys with MJ, got a lot of respect for Jordan, or for LeBron as well, but tell Shram what's up.
First of all, let me tell you something. I say every night on TNT, I tell Ken and Ernie, you know, people talk about Michael Jordan. When I played with him on the Dream Team, first of all, let me tell you something, man. When you compare Michael Jordan to LeBron James, I think LeBron James is a superior athlete. I think it's very interesting because let me tell you, athletically, they do first of all, people talk about LeBron stronger, faster, but Michael Jordan, he just knew how to score. And when you play with him, like when I remember I told Kenny one time, I'm from Alabama. Let me tell you something.
I've heard Leeds, right?
From Leeds, Alabama. And Michael Jordan is one of the greatest players play the game. But when you look at LeBron, first of all, with the defense, when they put the two in with the defense, and then come Gary Payton, and that's a team.
What do you feel about the fact that comedian Aries Spears, Chuck, and Shaq, you can weigh in as well, was willing to offer up his wife in decent proposal style to MJ? That's how much he has respect for MJ as the GOAT.
You know, Michael Jordan is such a great player that I feel like a lot of times, you know, you want to go for the best. So if you want the best, you got to go for the best. So I understand where he's coming from.
Let me tell you something. First of all, I told Kenny and Ernie the other day, you know, I've never seen people respond to Michael like they do. I've been around other celebrities. I've been around popes. I've been around a lot of dignitaries, and people love Michael Jordan. I totally understand. I would do it too.
That was absolutely brilliant, Aries.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for playing ball there.
Yes.
Are you a wrestling fan at all? Punk, obviously, a big part of his past.
You know,
did you have a favorite wrestler from your childhood, or do you do any impersonations?
You know, growing up as a kid in the '80s, WWF was, you know, it was it. And then once the magic of once I knew that wrestling was fake, it's like finding out Santa Claus ain't real. I couldn't get with the program no more. But in my era coming up, of course, Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, oh, you know, the Macho Man, really, Elizabeth, Showtime. So those, you know, that was kind of, you know, my thing then, yeah.
You've seen Jerry Maguire?
Of course.
Jerry Maguire
yes.
fan. I didn't realize this. Now looking back, it's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, you played Jerry's brother.
Yeah.
How did that opportunity come about? And you still collecting royalties? Get a check in the mail?
The checks get smaller every year. But you know, when I originally auditioned for the part, I auditioned for Cuba's role. And Russell, what was his name? Crowe. I can't remember his name. Cameron Crowe. I wasn't big enough name and personality for that role, but he liked me so much, he was just like, look, you can't play Rod Tidwell, but I'll give you the brother. So he just threw that to me as a bonus.
That's right.
And so I got to be a part of something big, man.
Yeah.
How was it like working with Cuba? Tom? Did you meet Tom?
Absolutely.
Is Tom interesting? As interesting as we think?
What was most interesting was when we did the table read, and at one point we're in the middle of the read, and I had to go to the bathroom. So I started to get up. And Cameron Crowe was like, what are you doing? Like, I gotta go to the bathroom. He goes, sit down. I was like, oh, okay. 2 minutes later, Tom had to go, and he went, bathroom break. So I quickly learned Tom was MJ, and I was Randy Brown.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Nobody can go to the bathroom around Tom.
Yeah, he put it in perspective quickly.
That is hilarious. I love that movie. I love Jerry Maguire. Your impersonations, Aries, are absolutely fantastic. There's another one that you're working on right now, someone who's in the postseason you were telling us about, Joelle Embiid.
Yes.
Now, he's definitely got an interesting cadence, interesting delivery for another big guy like Shaq.
Right.
You've been able to do these well. What is it about Joel Embiid that you're trying to perfect and make it as PG and PC as possible?
The cadence, and then there's a tone to his voice.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, when you hear Jay-Z, Hov in the building right now. So Embiid has a tone, but again, I'm gonna let you be the point guard.
Okay, I'll be Ben
alley-oop.
Simmons throwing it up.
Yeah.
All right, Joelle, you guys are down 3-2 in the series, and a lot of people are saying that you're struggling heading into Game 6. You've been dealing with gastroenteritis.
Everybody know my back. We're gonna play the defense. We're gonna do what we gotta do.
I'm going to rebound. I'm going to always give it 100%. But when we play, people know we're a good team. We be all right.
All right, Joelle, good luck in game.
I'm working on that, so don't judge me too harshly.
Work in progress.
You close your eyes and you don't know who it is.
I think it's fantastic.